Have you ever felt that learning English is like climbing a mountain? The summit seems distant, and each step feels heavier than the last. But what if I told you that the journey to the top is worth every stumble, every struggle, and every small victory? This is the story of how one person turned doubt into confidence and how you can too. Lila sat in her small bedroom, staring at her English textbook. The words blurred together, intimidating and foreign. She had been trying to learn English for months, but it felt impossible. Each mistake she made in class echoed in her mind, and she was convinced she wasn't good enough. Her dream of becoming a flight attendant seemed farther away with every failed attempt. Her teachers said she needed to improve her English, but she felt stuck, as though she were running in place. Around her, the voices of her family and friends added to her self-doubt. Some encouraged her to keep going, while others questioned why she was trying so hard. Why not settle for something easier, they asked. But deep inside, Lila knew she couldn't give up. She needed to find a way to push past her fear of failure. One evening, Lila came across a video online. It was about a woman named Maria, who had grown up in a small village where English was rarely spoken. Maria shared her journey of learning English step by step, starting with simple phrases and slowly building confidence. Maria's story struck a chord. She didn't make it sound easy, but she made it sound possible. Maria said something that stuck with Lila. Every mistake you make is a step forward. Each error is proof that you're trying, and trying is how you grow. That night, Lila reflected on her own journey. She realized she had been focusing too much on what she couldn't do instead of celebrating the small steps she had already taken. Inspired, Lila decided to change her approach. Instead of focusing on perfection, she would focus on progress. Lila began by setting small, achievable goals. Here's what she did. Daily vocabulary practice. She picked 5 new words a day and wrote sentences using them. This made the words more relatable and easier to remember. 1. Speaking aloud. Lila started talking to herself in English, describing her day or what she planned to do. It felt silly at first, but it helped her get used to speaking. 2. Watching English movies. She chose movies with subtitles, pausing to repeat lines or phrases she found interesting. Animated movies became her favorite because of their clear and simple dialogue. 3. Finding a language buddy. Lila joined an online community where she could practice English with people from around the world. She started having weekly video calls with a friend from another country, which made the learning process fun and interactive. 4. Celebrating small wins. Every time she completed a goal, she celebrated, whether it was with a piece of chocolate or a dance to her favorite song. These moments kept her motivated. 5. Journaling in English. Lila began keeping a diary where she wrote about her thoughts and experiences in English. This not only improved her writing skills, but also helped her express herself more confidently. It wasn't smooth sailing. Lila faced moments of doubt. Sometimes she struggled with pronunciation, and other times she froze when trying to speak in front of others. Her inner critic often whispered, "You're not good enough." But instead of letting these moments define her, Lila reframed them. She reminded herself of Maria's words and treated each challenge as a chance to improve. When she mispronounced a word, she laughed it off and tried again. When she felt overwhelmed, she took a break and came back with a fresh mindset. To stay on track, Lila created a success board in her room. On it, she pinned encouraging quotes, pictures of flight attendants, and notes about her progress. This visual reminder kept her focused on her ultimate goal. Months later, Lila had an opportunity to test her skills. A group of tourists visited her town, and they needed help finding a restaurant. Nervously, she approached them and asked if they needed assistance. In English. The tourists smiled and said yes. They understood her perfectly. Lila felt a surge of pride. It was the first time she realized her hard work was paying off. That evening, she couldn't stop smiling. She replayed the moment in her mind, realizing that she had crossed a major milestone. For the first time, English felt less like a barrier and more like a bridge. Lila's success didn't just stop with her. She started a small group in her community for people who wanted to learn English. They shared resources, practiced together, and supported one another. Her dream of becoming a flight attendant felt closer than ever. She organized English Saturdays where her group practiced real-life scenarios, like ordering food at a restaurant or asking for directions. These activities built everyone's confidence. Lila often told her group, Learning English isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Mistakes mean you're learning. Keep going. What you can take away. If you're on your own journey of learning English, here's what Lila's story teaches us. Start small. Break your goals into manageable steps. Small progress adds up. Practice daily. Consistency is key. Even 10 minutes a day can make a big difference. Don't fear mistakes. They're a natural part of the process. Embrace them. Find support. Join a community or find a language partner to practice with. Celebrate wins. Reward yourself for milestones, no matter how small. Visualize your goal. Keep reminders of why you started. They'll motivate you to keep going. Lila's journey to self-belief wasn't just about learning English. It was about proving to herself that she could overcome challenges. She turned her doubts into determination, her mistakes into stepping stones, and her dreams into reality. So what's stopping you? Take that first step, embrace the journey, and remind yourself that every effort brings you closer to success. The summit may seem far, but every climb starts with a single step. Ready to start your journey? Share your goals in the comments or with a friend. Let's encourage each other to reach new heights. Join our community of learners today and subscribe to our channel to take the first step toward achieving your dreams. Together, we can make progress one step at a time. Let's do this.